A few short weeks ago, I reacted to some OMG moments in WWE. Today, we're reacting to the top 10 WWE wrestlers of all time. Similar, not the moves, but the wrestlers. Their cult following, how much popularity they gained throughout their time in the Fed, in the Big Dub, in World Wrestling Entertainment. I personally think it's either The Rock, The Undertaker, Stone Cold, or John Cena, number one. All three of them, all four of them have got to have a space in the top three, if that's even possible. They're going to be in the top three, or maybe even Triple H. Ooh, there's a lot. I think Randy Orton will be in there as well, Kurt Angle, maybe even Brock Lesnar. Let's have a look. Leave a comment down below. What do you reckon? What do you think? I'm going to say Undertaker for number one.
These are some of the all-time greats. Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting
Bryan.
down our picks for the top 10 WWE wrestlers of all time.
Alright.
For this list, we'll be ranking the most
Ric Flair,
popular
Triple
and
H.
influential grapplers to ever
I
lace
didn't
up
think
a
about
pair
Hulk
of
Hogan
boots
and Ric
step
Flair,
into the
actually.
squared circle. We realise not all of these legends spent their entire careers in Vince McMahon's House of Muscle, but they will be viable for inclusion, so long
Shawn
as
Michaels,
music
Bret
filled
Hart
WWE
as well. There's so many
arenas
names that
and
could be in
their
there.
images were put up
Who have they
on
put in the
Titantron.
top 10? Let's find out.
Number
Come on.
10, Randy Macho Man Savage.
Macho Man Randy
We know
Savage,
what
okay.
You're probably thinking, how is Macho Man kicking off our list? And you'd be right. That's just a testament to how many talented performers have stepped into a WWE ring. Not the least of which was this show-stopping, elbow-dropping icon.
He was a
Macho
legend
Man's
of his
intense
time.
promos
His
were one of a
charisma,
kind,
his
and
promos,
matches with
they
the
were
likes of
unlike
Ricky
anybody
Flair and
else at the
Steamboat,
time.
The stuff of pro wrestling legend. Savage shined during an era of giant performers and slow
He
and
did.
lumbering matches, bringing to WWE his accelerated work rate, infectious charisma, and a character which could work gangbusters as both a babyface and a heel.
He did the mega powers with
Macho
Hulk
Man
Hogan as well, which was a
truly
very,
one of the
very...
greats. Number 9, John Cena.
Number 9, John Cena.
John has
Oh
been
my
accused of burying
goodness.
up-and-coming young
Hey,
talent
what?
numerous times over the course of his illustrious career.
Nah, I don't
That
believe
doesn't
this.
take anything
John
away from
Cena's
the
done
natural
so much for the
ability
business.
of Cena as a performer. John's early career signified the dawn of WWE's ruthless aggression era during the early and mid-2000s.
Yeah, he almost got fired, John Cena, actually. He was at a Halloween party. It was either 02 or 03. And it was actually about to get fired. And then Stephanie McMahon, who's the daughter of the owner, Vince McMahon, heard him freestyling. And she liked it. And he was turned into a rap character. And that's what blew his career up. That's what made John Cena. Very interesting.
Today,
Yep.
he's used that star power for good, doing charity work for the Make-A-Wish Foundation, while remaining a future WWE Hall of Famer.
He's done over
Number
500
8,
things. Daniel Bryan.
Whether you know him as Bryan Danielson
What?
or the American Dragon,
Wait!
there's no
How? Daniel Bryan, Bryan Danielson, he is one of the best technical wrestlers, one of the best technicians in the world. But how can you call him a better all-time great than John Cena? How in God's name can you make him a higher ranking on this list for WWE specifically than John Cena? What the fuck?
Bryan was already an underground star before jumping to WWE, but it wasn't a foregone conclusion that he would enjoy the same success.
I
in
loved
the
his
big
title
leagues.
run. I loved it.
Took years of poor booking and forcing backstage hands for Bryan to emerge as one of the company's biggest stars, thanks mainly to their desire to keep him down in the mid-card.
He was very over,
The yes
but
movement
god damn,
quickly
he's
stopped,
not on the level of
however.
John Cena in
Daniel
terms
Bryan
of...
has since managed to overcome injury and destiny.
I can't even think of the
to become a
word.
multi-time
But you know what I mean.
World Heavyweight Champion. Number 7, Eddie Guerrero.
Eddie Guerrero.
What more can we say
Utter
about
legend.
Latino Heat himself, Eddie Guerrero?
Viva
The
la
much
raza.
missed superstar has proven to be an influence upon countless performers in the years since his passing, with young talent around the world studying Guerrero's
Yeah, he passed
incredible
away in
career.
2005. I think
He
of
came from a
I
wrestling
think it was a
family
heart attack in his
that is
hotel
still
room.
performing
Such a
in
shame.
Mexico,
But I
as
think it
well
was a
as
lot of drugs and a
WCW
lot of
and
alcohol he
World
did,
Championship
which made him go.
Wrestling.
Don't
Eddie
do
was
drugs,
already
kids.
a star from that promotion's cruiserweight
Never.
division, and he managed to use this momentum into a transition with friends Dean Malenko, Perry Saturn, and Chris Benoit over to WWE. Furthermore, Guerrero was able to overcome personal demons with a triumphant WWE Championship win over Brock Lesnar at No Way Out in 2004, cementing his career in front of the entire world.
Well
Number
done,
6,
Mr. Guerrero.
Ric
Ric
Flair.
Flair, number
Many wrestling fans
6.
out there who
God.
argue that Ric Flair is the greatest
dirtiest
of all
player in the
time,
game.
and they're not wrong. It should be said, however, that Flair didn't need the WWE to make him a star. Because
No,
he was
he had the
already
NWA, he had
styling and
WCW.
profiling in the AWA and
AWA,
NWA
yep.
long before he made his WWE debut in 1991. That doesn't mean that Flair didn't have some amazing matches during his time in the company, however, such as the time he won the 1992 Royal Rumble after debuting at number 3. Or his association with the Evolution stable of pro.
I'm sorry I'm not
as a
talking much. I
legitimate
just,
art form.
wrestling, I just
Number
love listening
5,
to it.
The Undertaker.
Number 5, The Undertaker, the most, arguably the most recognizable character in wrestling history. Maybe apart from Hulk Hogan and The Rock, but that's only because they had the amount of mainstream popularity names like The Rock has, or Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, you know, the most famous movie actor, or the highest movie actor in the world. Hulk Hogan was a cultural megastar in the 90s, but the Undertaker, how can he be anything below number 2? Oh my goodness. Oh, right then. So what's this, number 5? So he's got to be Stone Cold, Triple H, The Rock, CM Punk, just because of the influence he brought into the company, the mainstream attention he brought back to the company. Maybe Shawn Michaels. Maybe you're throwing a wild card and say Edge, because he's the most decorated champion in WWE history.
Mark Calloway, aka The Undertaker, has managed to
Mark
reinvent
Callis.
himself numerous times, while remaining a homegrown WWE stalwart and a locker room leader. The Undertaker has evolved from
He's not really
mystical
homegrown
monster
WWE though,
heel
is he?
to
He was in
conquering
WCW
dark
before.
babyface, from a demonic cult leader to a badass biker, all the while capturing
Biker
the
Taker, I love
imaginations
Biker
of the WWE universe for generations. The Dead Man has delivered countless classics with the likes of Triple H, Shawn Michaels, and Mankind, the latter of which made world headlines after Taker infamously
match
tossed
was
him off a cage
horrible.
during Hell in a Cell.
Very
98.
dangerous.
Often imitated but never duplicated, there will only be one Undertaker. Number 4,
Who's next?
Bret the Hitman Hart.
I was
The
thinking Bret Hart in my head.
execution
To be
had
fair, during that
wrestling in his
Undertaker
blood,
talking, I
with
was
the
thinking
Hart
of him.
family siring a multi-generational brood of professionals and
He was
performers
way
in the
before his
industry.
time.
His quick and technical style helped define the WWE's new generation era, where the big and burly performers of old were being replaced by a younger and more fast-paced
So itchy.
performer.
If Bret Hart was as like in his prime today, if he was wrestling like he was in the 90s today, he'd be the top draw in wrestling, without a doubt. Bret Hart was so good. He was so ahead of his time. His technical wrestling, his ability to do things that no one else could. No one else, none of the big men. Because back in his era, back in the early 90s and mid 90s, it was all about the big men. It was your Yokozunas, it was your Paul Whites, it was your Andre the Giants, it was your big muscly men like your Hulk Hogans and your Ultimate Warriors and your Macho Man Randy Savages. But Bret Hart kind of brought in a new wave of wrestlers, him and Shawn Michaels. But I say more so Bret Hitman Hart. They brought in this new wave, this new era, this new body style of wrestler, this new style of wrestling, and it still is around today. So many wrestlers today will influence Bret Hitman Hart for them even being in the business, because he was just that good. The best there is, the best there was, the best there ever will be. Love that.
Body slams and clotheslines may have defined the business in the 1980s, but Bret Hart helped mark professional wrestling as a technical exercise with real athleticism and charisma. Number 3, The Rock.
The Rock's number
Dwayne
3.
The Rock Johnson is an international
Alright.
name today, but it was with WWE where the former Rocky Maivia honed all of the talents which would make him a
God, he had little titties back in the day.
Made an art form out of the pro wrestling
If you
promo.
smell
The performer delivers
the
a
Rock is
monologue to
cooking.
further the storyline of their character. Johnson could talk and ad-lib with the best of them, and this enabled his character to mature
His
from
talking
a
was
generic
so good,
babyface to the
honestly.
most electrifying man in sports entertainment. Was Rocky a great technical wrestler? No, but he delivered where and when it counted, and transcended his industry to become a worldwide icon. Number 2, Shawn Michaels.
Wow.
Just as The Rock
So,
was a genius
that's
at
got to
delivering
be Stone
promos,
Cold number
so
1.
too was Michaels, Shawn.
Wait a minute. No, they're going to put Hulk Hogan at first, aren't they? If it's Hulk Hogan in number 1, I'm going to riot. Stone Cold deserves it. Hulk Hogan should not be number 1.
Shawn Michaels could
Yes,
sell
his
a car
influence,
with
but
no
come
wheels
on.
to your local auto dealership without batting an eye. So innate was his skill as a
Don't
performer.
upset Billy here, watch
Sure,
Mojo.
Shawn's reputation as a backstage politician is legendary, but no one's perfect.
Kurt Angle. Okay. Chris Jericho, all-time great. I love Chris Jericho. Triple H, he's a good wrestler. Yep, he's recently had a cardiac event as well. Triple H, get better soon, my man. I know you'll never watch this, but he had a cardiac event recently. He had to go under. Did he ever go under surgery? He had to. Yeah, he had a successful surgery because his heart went or something through a genetic heart disease or genetic heart problem or something. So he's expected to make a full recovery. Thank God. I love Trips. I love Paul Levesque. Get better soon, man. Honestly, love that. Not love the fact you had that, but love the fact you're getting better. Yeah. All right. Hulk Hogan's an honorable mention. Yes, it's going to be Stone Cold number 1, isn't it? Randy Roddy Piper. Come on. Give it to me.
Number 1.
Yes, Stone Cold Steve Austin. Yes, I fucking love Stone Cold.
Attitude Era, a period where the business was as
He
violent
was
as food
just
and as
so
oriented
good.
as television would allow. Stone Cold Steve Austin had audiences eating from the palm of his hand from the moment where that iconic shattering glass sound hit and
Yep.
his music filled the arena. Austin was an accomplished and believable badass on the mic and an underrated performer in the ring, selling his opponent's offense while delivering his classic Stone Cold Stunner finisher to pop crowds
Stunner
around
is
the
the
world.
best ever.
If there's any one WWE performer who can be labeled as genre-defining, it might just be Stone Cold Steve Austin. Do you agree with our picks?
I agree with a few of them. I think The Undertaker was a bit too low. I don't think whoever was number 10, Randy Savage, I think Hulk Hogan should have replaced Randy Savage, only for the fact that cultural influence and media attention to the business was more for Hulk Hogan than Randy Savage, in my opinion. But there we go. I'm freaking happy that Stone Cold got number 1, because I fully agree with that. I'm so happy with that. I'm going to go to sleep tonight and think, yes, Watch Mojo, you got number 1 right for once. Oh, what a blissful day. What a bliss time to be alive. Yes. What are your thoughts on the list? Did you agree or do you disagree? Leave a comment down below and we'll have a little debate about it. We'll have a little argument. I'll end up shouting at you if you say Stone Cold is number 1. So don't say that. Don't say that. Don't even think about saying it. And if you enjoyed the video, make sure you leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you are new. Apologies I haven't been around for a little bit. It's been a long week. I haven't really fancied doing any recording. So I hope you're alright with that. PC's coming soon. So, hey, we'll get it all prepared soon, boys and girls. Just you stick around, it's going to be a load of fun. And with that said, I have been BDF18. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you next time.